Please help me welcome the great Spike Lee to the show. What's up, Spike?
Hey.
Welcome, Spike Lee. Man, hey, listen, Spike, before we get started.
Thank you for having me on. And also, thanks for playing the GOAT Thriller. That song right now is so on the money because this thing is a thriller. Because if Agent Orange, I don't call him by his name. Got that from right. My brother Buster Rhymes came with that. If Agent Orange somehow gets another 4 years, it's gonna be a thriller.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can't
man.
let that happen, people. Can't help people. We cannot let that happen.
Now, being from New York, Spike, you know, we all know that COVID got hit very hard earlier this year.
One time we were the epicenter.
Absolutely. So what are your thoughts now that cases are on the rise again nationwide, and, of course, the White House is still being in denial?
Well, it's just truly insanity where scientists have said we could really stem the tide of that 19, that Rona, if we just wear a mask and keep social distancing.
Just follow the rules.
That's all we got to do.
Man.
And this guy, Agent Orange, is having these rallies, and they think they're slick. They put, the cameras, they always put people behind them, they're wearing masks. If they just turn that camera around, camera around, face the audience, the same viewpoint of Agent Orange, you will see no one's wearing a mask, and they're jammed up together like it's a mosh pit.
Wow.
So, and people are getting sick and dying.
He even got sick.
Yep.
My goodness.
And then he says, I made it. Yeah, you're the president of the United States, supposedly, and you're going to get the best health care.
Yes,
get the best doctors in the world. Everybody ain't got that.
Exactly.
That's why over 220,000 Americans are dead.
Right. Well, speaking of people that don't have it, some of these people right here do. Like Lil Wayne, he endorsing Trump at this point. 50 Cent said he endorsing Trump at this point. What is your opinion, and what do you think about this? Why are they wrong for this?
Well, look, here's the thing, and thank you for having me on. These are last-minute decisions of a desperate candidate that's trying to win. And the people in this camp are saying this is going to be close, so therefore we have to try to go after the block of black voters, which, if you look at the numbers, he doesn't have. So what you're seeing is what we call the okey-doke, subterfuge, shenanigans, a Mike Tyson word, skullduggery. So don't go for the okey doke. Keep your eyes on the prize. Think about when you vote. You should be thinking about you, your children, your mother, your father, your grandparents, and also the generations who are going to come behind you.
Absolutely.
Right.
And our ancestors.
So what do you say?
How can you look at what's happened in this country since we were stolen from Mother Africa, brought to Jamestown, Virginia, 1619, and vote for this guy? This guy does not. Let me make this quick. If you saw my film, Do the Right Thing, there's a character, Ray Raheem. He wore finger rings. On one hand was love. On the other hand is hate. Hate is Agent Orange.
Yes.
Love is Biden, Harris. Let's get out and vote.
So can you tell me why it is important for people to ignore what the polls are saying and still make it a priority to cast their votes? Because a lot of people feel like Biden has this thing in the bag. So why is it important to still make sure we go out?
I can answer that question. Look at history. Look what happened with Gore in Florida. We don't want to leave anything up to the Supreme Court. I'll be giving you another example for all my sports fans. When the Boston Celtics will meet the NBA Finals, meet the Lakers in the finals, and all black folks wanted the Lakers to win. McHale, the Lakers, Magic, Kareem, Worthy. The Lakers, they've told me this, these guys. They knew that it was a game in the Boston Garden. It cannot come to a single possession. They had some room, because if you leave it up to the refs, the Celtics would get the call. We have to have that same mentality that this thing is going to be close. Again, let's want to bring back Bush and Gore.
Right.
He got robbed. We can't afford to leave it up to the Supreme Court. You know how the Supreme Court is stacked.
Exactly. And Spike, before you go, we're going to pivot away from politics just a sec. Quick question about your film, The Five Bloods, starring Chadwick Boseman. Now, that was released back in June on Netflix, a couple of months before he died. Now, I'm guessing you weren't aware of his illness when you were filming, but looking back on it.
I did not have an inkling. Our beloved brother never said nothing to me. I will say, in post-production, I saw some pictures of him, and he looked a little bit thin. But almost a lot of other people felt that maybe this is for a role. And to finish answer your question, my wife and I, Ty and I, we watched The Five Bloods after Chadwick made his transition. He was great. But look at his film now. His performance even goes to the stratosphere. And it's my belief that he was playing this role thinking this might be my last movie. God, give me one more movie. And God gave him another one. So he's coming out. His new film is called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which George Wolf directed, and my brother Denzel Washington produced. So he got two films. But I truly think that when we were shooting The Five Bloods, he had in his mind, was praying, God, just give me one more film. And he got two.
Wow.
That's my belief.
Wow.
Man, so Spike, man, this is amazing to have you on. How can people find you on social media, and is there anything else you want to put out there?
Instagram. I don't do Twitter because I had enough. Black Twitter was tearing as my mother would say, my late mother would say, Black Twitter was tearing my skinny, rusty butt up. I got on Twitter.
Hey, Spike, will we ever get it?
Black Twitter don't play. So I'm on Instagram, official Spike Lee.
Will we ever have the privilege of seeing the return of Mars Blackman?
I hope. I don't like to say never, but we'll see.
Mars Blackman for president, man. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Spike Lee.
It's nation time. Get out and vote.